Yeah, let's start.
Yeah. So, hi everyone, and thank you for joining. Before beginning our session on gate guidance, a few little things. Firstly, a disclaimer that all these slides ahead are based on my personal opinion and experiences, and those are just a compilation of the things that worked for me, and I hope would work for you too as well. And secondly, let's try to keep the session as interactive as possible. Otherwise, it would just be a boring monologue from some random person for you guys. So I expect you to interrupt me whenever you would like to say something, add up something, or ask any doubt. Yeah, so we'll begin with myself first. So I'm Aditya Kumar. I did my BTech in Aerospace Engineering from IISc Trivandrum, and soon I'll be joining at ISRO. And last year I got all year rank 17 in GATE Aerospace exam and got some decent ranks in JEE and KUPA as well. So we get to our first slide on motivation. So in order to achieve something, you need to feel motivated towards it, right? Like you need to feel a passion in order to get like excel in it. So the very first question is like, why are you preparing for GATE? What's the reason behind this GATE preparation? So there could be three possible answers in any general case. Firstly, the IIT dream, especially in India, everyone wants to be an IITian, right? And trust me, it's actually a good thing. Being an IITian opens a lot of doors for you. It can get into you in places where you have connections that are at various good positions in prestigious organizations in our country and abroad. So that actually helps you in your life ahead. And the most interesting point I like about GATE is the 3-year period. So it kind of gives you a leverage for 3 years that if you ace it once, then you can for the next 1, 2, or 3 years you can try whatever you want to, like learn about more your passion or explore different things. And in the end, you can always get back to your masters from the prestigious institutes in India. So especially it's important for this those in third year, and also it opens a lot of career prospects for you. It can give you some research positions and jobs as well in various PSUs. So since it's September now, so how exactly should you start your preparation? So before starting, I would ask everyone to set some targets. So you need to set a final target. Like in order to get to some point, you should have a goal fixated, right? So think yourself, what is your final target? And it shouldn't be something vague, like I need to qualify GATE with some good rank or score. No, find a college, find a course that you want to enroll yourself in. Like for example, I want to do masters from ISc in aerodynamics. So that's my final goal. Now search what's the cutoff for that particular course and what's the rank and the gate score. Like for example, the cutoff is top 10 all year rank and a gate score of above 830 or something. So I'll fix my final goal as achieving that particular rank with the gate score of 850, right? So that's my final goal. And now the other thing you can do is break this final goal into monthly targets. So the way you can begin is like, I would recommend one thing to do to all of you. Set one day and give the gate exam. Like pick any previous year question paper and just do it for 3 hours. And after the paper, analyze it, find your scores and check where would you end up with those particular scores. So that will give you a fair idea where are you standing at this position, like in August end, where are you standing in your gate preparation, right? So you'll get a fair idea, and then from this particular stage you have to achieve your final target. Now from this to the final target, break those target into monthly targets. Like for example, currently you are scoring something around 50 marks, and then as per your final target you need to score above 75. So you have to somehow increase those 25 marks, right? So firstly see where you are losing your marks, and then monthly set targets. Like by the September end or by October end, I should be able to get 60 marks easily. Then by December, I should be at a stage of getting 70 marks. And by January, I should be able to get 80 marks. Like somehow like this, you can uh, prepare your monthly targets. So this will kind of create your roadmap that can be like something that in the initial phases, I will revise everything basic. Then I will get on to special topics. And then I will get on to my weaknesses. And then finally, I will achieve my final target, right? And apart from this, find yourself a schedule. Like somebody would say that you need to study 3 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, or 1 hour on a daily basis. No, it's not like that. It's different for everyone. So find what works for you. It might be just 30 minutes for someone, and it might be 2 hours from someone else, right? So just find yourself a perfect schedule. The only thing is that it should be consistent. It shouldn't be like one day you are studying for 30 minutes and the next day you are not studying at all, and then third day you are studying for 2 hours, and then again fourth day you are not studying. So that shouldn't be like that. It should be a proper consistent schedule. Fix yourself a time, say around I would study at 10 p.m. for 1 hour or 2 hours. It should be consistent on a daily basis. And then analyze periodically. So I would recommend you to keep a monthly planner or diary or something and analyze yourself monthly or weekly. Like after every month, you should analyze what was my target for this month and to what extent I am able to achieve it. Like by September, I should be able to complete, say, aerodynamic section. So am I able to complete it? So in this way, analyze yourself weekly or monthly as suitable to you, right? And now coming on to the syllabus part. So it's just a screenshot of what you might have received from IGC, or you can download it from the Gate website. So it mentions every topic in detail. So I want you guys to read this syllabus word by word, line by line, and then try to judge what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. You can mark your strengths in with, say, green highlighter, and weaknesses in red highlighter. And you should at this particular stage focus on all of things equally. Just give a little bit, say 10% or 20% extra effort on your weaknesses. And even if there are some topics that you are not able to grasp that easily, just try to understand everything at least once, right? And then towards the end, you have some special topics. So 90% of you might just leave these special topics, but for the ones who want to get special ranks like top 10 or top 15, these are the topics that will differentiate you from all other persons, right? Especially in an easy exam, like ours exam was very easy. So in such exams, these are the topics that will differentiate you finally. So don't leave these topics. Just try to keep them in the loop as well. And these are the things that will finally get you the rank that you want to. And aim for completing this before December, or at least by December. In January, we won't be touching any syllabus or do something new. Just try to finish it by November end, or at least by December end, right? And now managing your college and gate. I'm assuming that most of you would be in your fifth or seventh sem right now. So attend your college classes regularly, because in those sems they teach you subjects like propulsion, aerodynamics, and finally those will come in your gate exam. So if you're attending your college classes regularly, so you know 90% of the work is done right there itself. You'll get your basics clears. You will get a lot of time to practice on those questions since you are learning that in your college, and they'll also give you a lot of assignments. Don't try to copy or search for easy solution on the internet. Just try to do that by yourself, because those are the assignments that will clear your basics and you know make yourself push more in those subjects like, say, propulsion or whatever. So do assignments sincerely, and obviously you have your Gate online classes going on regularly. So attend those as well. And apart from those classes, at current stage, I would just recommend to give 1 hour of extra effort. Like for example, you have a class from 9 to 11, and then from 11 to 12, just give 1 hour extra to revise, to do the assignments, and to see where you are lacking, and just give an extra effort on that particular topic. Coming on to the most important slide of our session, the mental strength. So, what I believe is that your mind is the ultimate power, and if you train your mind properly, you'll be able to achieve whatever you dream of. So, everybody would ask you to be positive, but how exactly to be positive? So, I'll tell you what I follow. Just think of some challenging scenario, like it can be related to your academics or your family or friends, whatever. Just think of some challenging scenario that you were able to overcome in your past. Now, whenever you feel demotivated, or you feel low, or you feel that you won't be able to do it, just remind yourself of that particular scenario. Like, think if you were able to solve that particular problem at that particular stage in your life, then what's great? It's just an easy exam, right? So that's how keep yourself positive and motivated, and then have faith on yourself and trust the process. I'm a very firm believer of this trusting the process thing. I'll tell you an example from my personal life. So during my JE days, my final target was to get into IIT Bombay Aerospace, and then finally end up being in ISRO. So that was my final target that I fixed. So especially after my JEE mains result, I thought that it will be pretty easy for me to get into BTech Aerospace, since the cutoff at our time was something around 2,500 all year rank in advance. So I thought that I will be able to get it. But when the exam day came, I messed up a few things, and then finally I was not within the cutoff range. I was getting other three IITs, IIT Kanpur, Madras, and Kharagpur in BTech Aerospace. But then I got to know about IST and I chose IST. Initially, I regretted choosing IST over IITs, but now after 4 years, I realized that IST was one of the easiest way to get into ISRO. It was through IST only that I was able to work on ISRO projects as a student, and now I finally will be in ISRO. Yeah, so that's just an example from my life. So I would ask every one of you to have faith on yourself and just trust the process, because finally you'll get what you deserve. You should just believe that you are at the right place at the right time and keep yourself positive and motivated. Along with this, give yourself time to relax. It shouldn't be a monotonous life like a robot, like that you are studying 4 hours or 3 hours on a daily basis for the next 4 or 5 months. No, that won't end up you at anything. That will just fed you up towards the end. So what you can do is, for example, every weekly or at least fortnightly, give yourself a particular day, like say Sunday. On that particular day, you won't touch any books, you won't touch your laptop, your assignments, nothing. On that particular day, you will just relax, go out with your family, go out with your friends, and that will recharge you up. And from the next day, get back to your disciplined schedule, to your consistent schedule of studying for the next fortnight, and then again repeat the cycle, right? And always think it's easy. Yeah, that's the easiest way of keeping yourself motivated, that everything is easy in this life. Just keep on reminding yourself, giving this affirmation that it's easy, 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 and finally it will end up being easy for you. And of course, at any point you can get help from your mentors, your faculties, and IGC, and also an alumni like us. You can contact any one of us if you feel like you need some help on this mental strength topic, or even in your studies. And your last month preparation, uh, as I said, your revision, your syllabus must be completed by December, and you won't be touching any new topics or new subjects in the month of January. That should be just mocks and mocks on an alternate day basis. Just give mocks, mocks, and mocks. That's it. And also, it shouldn't be like you are giving your mock at some random time. Like, for example, one day you are giving at 3 p.m., then another day you are giving at 10 p.m., or I have seen even some people giving it at 1 a.m. So it shouldn't be like that. Set a proper sitting time. Like for example, if your gate slot is in 9:30 to 12:30 duration, then your mock slot should also be the same every day. It should always be 9:30 to 12:30 or 2:30 to 5:30, whatever it is. And then analyzing the mocks are also important. So if you're spending 3 hours on giving the mock, then spend another 3 hours on analyzing the mock. Analyze what are your weaknesses again, and where are you losing marks. Are those mistakes you are doing silly or conceptual? If those are conceptual, get back to your notes, to your this classes or backup classes, whatever, and try to correct those. And if those are silly mistakes, well, silly mistakes are due to mainly like overconfidence. So or also like you are worrying, or you are hurrying on the questions. So analyze why are you making those mistakes, and don't be overconfident or underconfident as well, right? And final point, this must be controversial. I leave some topics. Yeah, so your teachers not recommended, but I do. Leaving some topics in the last month. So see, everybody has some weaknesses, right, in some particular topic or some particular subject. And there might be some cases that we are trying to overcome those weaknesses, but somehow we won't be able to, like in some particular topic. So at the month of Jan, if you are not able to overcome those particular topics, just leave those. Because if you go partially prepared in those topic and finally a question comes in exam from those, you'll just wait your precious 5 to 7 minutes, and in the end also you might not choose the correct answer. So the best strategy is just to leave those topics. uh, and then in the exam, if the question comes from those topics, the first strategy should be that the question is left. You see the question and leave it. and then do rest of your paper. And towards the end, if you have time left, then get back to that question and give 2-3 minutes. And if you are able to do it, good for you. And if not, just leave it. Uh, the other thing it does is it like if you keep on getting back to your mistakes, your weaknesses in the last month, you'll just end up getting yourself underconfidence, right? So that's not good when your exam is within next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So that's why I follow the strategy of leaving the topics. And some mistakes I made. The first one, obviously, you guys are not making since you are here. That is starting way too late. So it was sometime in October or November, I guess, when I thought that I need to start preparing for GATE, and I got in touch with Dinesh sir. So that was the biggest mistake I made since I didn't have enough time to focus on my weaknesses. My weaknesses were structures and thermals. I remember even when I was giving mocks. So after mocks, Dinesh sir used to message me that you are losing marks on your structures. Give more time on your thermal and mix, but it was way too late for that, and I was not able to focus on my weaknesses, and it in the end it costed me a lot. And then obviously being overconfident and silly. So I remember I was always overconfident in this aerodynamic section since I was performing good in the mock exam. And finally, our paper was way too easy, as I said. So there was some very easy question. Like for example, there was a question on they asked kind of shock waves in different Mach numbers. It was very easy question, and I somehow marked it incorrect. So I said that costed me my top 50, not top 10 rank. So don't be overconfident and silly. Yeah, that's it for now. Let's get into our Q&A session. So please open up, guys. Let's have an open discussion and a fruitful chat. You guys can speak up, right? Do they have the permission to open their mic?
Yes, Adi, they have permission. They can speak also, they can chat also. So,
Okay, okay.
guys, be free to share your questions. And those who are watching this session on YT can also ask question in chat. We can see and answer, guys. So, thank you, Adi, uh,
Yeah.
for your insightful session. So, there is one question. One person is working, so he is looking for your suggestion, Adi.
Okay. So for those working, like whatever recommenders, uh, even you are working, there would be some times you are free in your organization, right? Like sometime around your lunchtime and in the evening. So in your office, you can always print some your assignments and take those in your office. And during free time, just try to do 5-10 questions every time you are free. And then after coming back home, get yourself relaxed. And then in the night, maybe around 9-10 p.m., just try to do another assignment. Yeah, so another question is how frequently should we revise the chapters, like
Yeah,
monthly or
so one
weekly?
thing, Adi, I will add on those who are working. So, Arpita, first thing, you must work as efficiently as possible in your work. Okay, so you do not to do our because usually in working, in private companies, people do overstaying. Like they usually say we need to work extra and all. So if you are efficient in your work, then you can manage your work in 8 to 9 hours in office. Then remaining time, like when you are at home, you can spend properly time in your learning. Okay, another thing, if you are traveling, so usually in Bangalore kind of place, people spend good amount of time in traveling. So during traveling, you can revise. Okay, you can keep your notebook with you, and you can revise whatever you have learned in last 1 week or 1 month. So that 1 or 2 extra hours you can find out of that. Yeah, now
Right,
please,
sir.
next question.
Yeah, so next question is how frequently should we revise the chapters, like monthly or weekly? Yeah, hi Sushmita. So for now, it's just September only, right? So at this stage, I won't recommend revising. Firstly, learn everything. Like learn complete syllabus. Like one day you are learning aerodynamics, then next week you are learning structure. Just try to complete everything in this month of September and October, and the revision part will be in the month of November, December. So during that stage, you can revise depending on how you are performing in a particular subject. Like for example, you can be strong in maths. That for that you don't really need frequent revision, right? And for you will be struggling in say thermodynamics, then that particular subject you can revise weekly. So you can manage something like that. Um, Payal has asked for tips on maths and aptitude. So Payal, I would recommend that both these things are like most of us have our concepts clear in math and aptitude, right? So they can be improved based on regular practice. Like I would recommend more and more assignments, especially for aptitude, and time-based assignments for aptitude. Like for example, if you have 10 questions in an assignment for aptitude, set a time duration of 5 minutes and then attack those questions.
Yeah, so I will add the that question was then a revision. So guys, don't
Mm,
worry about revision. Revision will fall in place automatically during December, January month. If you guys currently do best to learn everything, like to keep your confidence up and practice enough questions from whatever you have learned, then by the time November December, when you feel I have covered all subjects, then automatically your confidence will be up and you will be keep doing division practice mock exams everything. But currently, if you are not putting enough efforts to cover all subjects, all important topics, all hot subjects, then it will be tough, even later stage revision also. Because what happened, many candidate Adi learn new steps in December, January, which is
right.
not right time actually. Usually those who prepare for gate or any competitive exam, at least they should complete syllabus in advance.
Right,
Yes.
sir. Uh, so Vinod has asked in a day how much hours should be preparing for GATE. Well, Vinod, that is not specific to everyone. As I already said, it is different from person to person. But on a journal case, I would say that spending 1 to 2 hours each day is enough for now, like from
Adi,
September towards November.
yes, Adi, I will add here question mark. See, as you suggested, it depends person to person. It
Mm.
depends again the people's how sharp mind, right? So
Right.
usually, for average we discuss 3 to 5 hours. Okay, considering average student, they should minimum prepare for that. The lower side is like 1 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours. But why I never suggest 1 to 2 hours? Because usually people take half an hour time to concentrate, right? So just you sit for half an hour, you just started getting concentrated or focused, and then again you leave your studies. So they will not able to cover, some significant amount of topic or learning or whatever it is. So here our recommendation for any average students, it should go 3 to 5 hours. But if you are preparing full time, there are candidates, Aditya, who prepare full time for gate. They should not take any risk. They should aim any best rank, and they must prepare 10 to 8 to 10 hours as of now, and during exam days 10 to 12 hours. It becomes for most of the sincere student during exam time, similarly like 8 to 10 hours or more. So what they do, three slots they should have, those who are preparing full time: morning slot, afternoon, and night. Yeah, please. So
Yeah,
hours
sure.
will depend person to person and what they do, like preparing full time, college students or working. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially in the month of Jan, it should be 6 hours for everybody, I would say. Like 3 hours for
Yes,
mock
of
and three
course.
hours for revising subjects.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
very much needed.
And
Is it
Pranav,
possible to get? Yeah,
yeah,
I think
Pranav
you
is
can
asking, is it
answer this.
possible to crack GATE exam if we have started preparation or not? Of course, Pranav, you have a lot of months ahead, and it's absolutely possible. Like, don't think it is not possible. there was a slide on mental strength, right? The first point was to keep yourself positive always. So yes, be positive, and it is of course possible. And Devshri has asked how to manage college CGP and get together. Yeah, Devshri. Uh, so as I said, attend your college classes and get classes on a regular basis. And uh, like for example, you have some say exams in your college. During that time, you can kind of reduce the time you spend on gate and focus much more on your exams, college exams. And usually college exams end up in a week or 10 days, right? So during those 10 days particularly focus on your college only, and then as soon as your exams end, get back on a disciplined schedule towards gate. Yeah, that's how I guess you can do. And Aditya has asked any particular tips on how to cope on your weak subjects, particularly structures. uh, what I did for structures was, as I said, I'm weak in structures. So, what my strategy was that I will focus only on my basics. Like I was very very weak in structures. I was not able to, do basic questions of structures. So my strategy was just to watch IIGC's online classes and the notes that they gave me and just clarify my basics. So I just you know strengthen those topics enough that if a basic question comes in the exam, then I would be able to do it. And so yeah, so you can start with
Yeah.
that particular thing, and then you have a lot of time for now. Like focus on your
Yeah.
basics for 2 months, and then when your basics are strong, then towards the like say October end, you can focus on advanced topics as well.
Yeah. There is one question. Somebody is having problem in stability and preparing self-learning. So I will suggest refer NPTEL lectures, uh, NPTEL lectures. Okay. I think some aircraft stability lectures are there from IIT Kanpur professor. So student can refer, and I am very happy to share. Uh, IGC, one of the IGC alumni, have taken some NPTEL assignments sessions also on YouTube. Student can explore that. So there is one more question: chemical engineering, from where they should start preparation. For chemical, I think MADES is also providing good learning. An academy is also there. So Ragul, you can explore or you check in Google which all are best options. So, Aditya, one suggestion I'll add from my side to everyone. So, what should be the strategy, Adi? What I suggest always is student, कि they should make your strong subject further stronger and keep improving weak subject. So, in a strong subject, it should not be the case. You know everything, but still you are not able to solve few questions, right? Because that is your stronghold. So, you cannot leave anything in strong subjects to score well, and weak subjects keep improving. So if, as you suggested, if simple question comes or basic oriented questions come, then you should be in position to solve, so you score extra marks.
Right, sir. Your strong subject should be like if any question, like from anywhere, like suppose an example from the JE days, like JE Advanced used to be tough over mains, right? So your strong subject should be strong enough that you are able to crack every advanced question of that particular topic. That's how strong your strong subject should be.
One point I will add for Devashri. See, Devashri, GATE exam is technical exam. So indirectly, this college studies and GATE preparation complement each other. May not 100%, but at least certain up to 80-90%. And even those who sit for placement, Adi, for them
Mm.
also gate preparation is very helpful, because in gate at least they learn basic math and aptitude well. So, and again, they will learn technical subjects well. So if they go for any core subject, core job, they will able to crack. So don't think overthink on this. Only the difference is what, in your semester exam you may have some sets of subjects, but here you have all 10 subjects or 10 plus subjects.
Yeah, right, sir.
Yeah, you can answer Payal question.
Books and resources. Based on resources, I would say that IGC have a very vast set of resources ranging from assignments to test series. So I mainly followed IGC only because they give you a compiled way to revise everything, right? If you go towards books, they would have a very vast topics, very vast collection, and then the gate syllabus is kind of very limited. So instead, like there might be some books, I'm not able to reconcile those names, but mainly you can focus on IGC material itself only. That is sufficient, I would say.
Yeah, so there is one question from Nishit. When should start revision? As I suggested, by mid of December, you should not study any new topic, and you should complete syllabus by mid of December or maximum by December end if you have joined late or started preparation late. So the complete January month should be invested in writing full syllabus mock exams and thorough revisions multiple time for all subjects. And Nishit, I believe you are fair batch student. So for you, will have whole mid of like half of the November, December, January, and this year I believe exam is in mid of Feb. Actually, Adi, what they did now, they gave 1 week of gap in between first week and second week of exam. So usually aero paper is happening second week. So
Mhm.
uh, aero exam may be in mid of Feb this year possibly. So time will be there.
Yeah,
So GK publication, no Pranav. We don't suggest any so-called market books because lot of mistakes are there. IGC having proper solution already available in Drive, and this year we are sharing Adi, subject-wise, all the PYQs, all 16 years, along with
oh,
key and video solution also there on our YouTube channel. So we don't suggest any available books in market for reference for PYQs. Sample
yeah,
paper
that's
what?
great, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
In my time, I guess IGC didn't provided this thing, right? So I followed some publicly available books, but it's great that IGC is doing that. So yeah, Pranav, you can just follow IGC's material then.
I think in your case we had a year-wise solution, Adi. This year
Okay.
and last year, I think we added subject-wise we added, but key was like separate. Like so, this year what we did now, we are combining all the subject-wise questions along with key. We have whole whole solutions also because year-wise solutions are there, right, in Drive. So we are compiling, but some revisions and reviews are going on. So meanwhile, what we are doing, we are sharing all the questions with IGC key along with link of video solutions. So that may help students in the instead of going non IGC books for PYQs. And sample
Yeah, right,
paper
sir.
you won't get anywhere. It is better you solve all IGC mock exams for now, like current topic wise, then subject wise, and later full syllabus. Yeah. For May batch, syllabus will be maximum mid of December. Mostly November first week or sorry, not November, December first week around it will be over. There is one more question for me. How many months does it takes to prepare? It depends person to person, Adi. Even people those who join crash course, IGC crash course, they also get one digit rank, right? You have seen
Uh,
in case of
yes, sir, yes,
some
sir.
of your seniors. Many last year there is one college Adi in Tanjore Sastra University. So I think 5 6 friends joined. Okay, crash course.
Mm.
All of them now are in different IITs. Of course, their ranks were different. Okay, but it's all possible. Last 3 months of sincere preparation also possible. 2 months also possible. Person to person.
Yes, sir. Devshri has
Yeah.
asked an interesting question on how to avoid silly mistakes. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Devshri. Uh, as I said, silly mistakes are mainly due to two things. One is overconfidence, and second thing is always being in a hurry. So just try to analyze why are you making those mistakes. Is it because of overconfidence or because of you are always in a hurry? Like for example, you see some easy question and you think that oh I can save some time here and just you don't read it carefully and just mark the answer. And the other thing is overconfidence. So it's good to be strong in particular subjects, but don't let that overconfidence get in your mind. Always consider every subject equally when you are in the exam duration, and yeah, read every question and every option carefully.
Yeah. Good point. So reading question thoroughly is very important. Another way of avoiding mistakes, try to do fair calculation. Don't try to jump more steps. Like step by step calculation is important to avoid or to check, recheck. Okay, and I think gate questions most of the times are not lengthy, except some thin wall questions and all, right, Adi? So people
Yes, sir,
should
I agree.
write as much as or as best as while doing solution. So rechecking is also very important to avoid silly mistakes, and we will discuss all these steps. Towards end we do many sessions, right? How to strategize mock exams, how should be written exam in multiple rounds and all. So all these will be discussed, Devashri. Currently you should focus on learning well, practicing well, and completing whole syllabus as per the schedule by December. Yeah. So there is one. What is effective strategy while solving mocks? Hemant, anyway, these questions will be discussed later stage also. Currently, Adi, you can give your insight. Then I'll say.
Yeah, so while giving mocks, always keep in mind that it is your actual exam. Like treat every mock as your actual exam, and then think that this is my final day. This is what I will be scoring in my final day. So yeah, and strategy would be like what I did was I separated the question based on the section. Like I attempted the aerodynamics first and math and aptitude simultaneously then. And I kept my weak subjects towards the end because I wasn't confident in those. Right. So you can then just iterate different strategy, like different sections, doing firstly and then later, whatever works for you. You have a lot of time for that. This thing will come up in Jan only, I would say.
So usually, Hemant, what I suggest is Adi told, like you can go through your, strong subject first and then weak. But the most matters you should not overspend time anywhere during exam. Like maximum 2 to 3 minutes for any question in any time you solve initially or mid or any time. Because more time you spend on a single question, it is more chances you will lose time for other question. Okay, so what we suggest, Hemant, always solving paper in multiple rounds. So we follow that multiple round strategy, and we do lot of discussion towards and answer. Okay. Any other question, guys? Yeah. So now Abhimanyu, Alvaz, Anaga, Ratna, Devashri, Dharmesh, Gopal, Hemant, Manshi, Pondras, Pranav, Priyanka, Shivani, Shravani, Shushmita, and anyone, Vaishnavi, Vinayak. Eh, how to balance our weak subjects, Hemant, Adi? He already told, na Hemant? Yeah, you can repeat, Adi, what you thought,
Yeah,
suggest.
I'll just repeat myself. So, as me and Sir both said, in this initial stage, focus on everything equally. Uh, and on the weak subjects, as I said, what I did was clarify my basics. Like initially, attack on the basics, like understand the basics of your weak subjects, like with the example of structures. So start with the basics, and then as your basics are getting strengthened week by week, then you can go into the advanced topics of that particular subject. But for now, give equal focus on every subject. It's a very early stage of September. Give equal focus, complete your syllabus, learn everything, and then towards the end of October, give a 50% extra effort on your weak subjects.
Yeah, and one more suggestions to those particularly who joined IGC late. Guys, you guys should use IGC work smartly, especially IGC have a lot of good material, Adi. I believe even you need not to go through all lectures. If they go through materials now properly, many things by default they will learn. So they will save a lot of time. So guys, don't be in that always mindset. I need to go through each and every lectures. Then only my learning will be so nice. No, you guys understand the value of time, okay, and accordingly, strategize or plan your studies. Even I suggest now, if they miss any class, Adi, upfront don't go through recording. First, go through class notes, right, or IGC materials. So once they go through, they will have the good idea what is done in class and what topics and all that. And then quickly they can watch recording, even on the 2x speed and all, 1.5x or 2x. So time is very important, guys. Now next 2 3 months.
Yeah, right, sir. So Vinayak has asked how to be productive. So Vinayak, the best key towards being productive is being consistent. So if you're consistent on a daily basis, you will by default be productive, I guess.
Yeah, we try to do whatever we do, Shail, should be good. Great is too big, but at least we try every year to add something. Adi, in your time, na, we completed all these formula sheets properly. So these were very
Yes, sir.
useful. Now
Yes, sir.
this
Yes, sir.
year focus to give them na currently subject wise proper PYQs, and then I'm planning like topic wise also, Adi. Once we complete na subject wise, then out
Yes,
of
sir.
that subject also we'll make topic wise. So that will helpful for every students in further way. And last year, what we did now, we completed all the PYQ video solutions also. Anyway, during classes also we solved so many PYQs, but separately we did on YouTube on our iitians Gate classes channel. So those even who are not IGC student, they can use them. And anyway, IGC students would use must use as best for their learning.
Yes, sir.
Any other
Those
question,
formula
guys?
sheets, even I used
Yeah.
for my college vibe also. Those were very useful. Those formula sheets you
Oh,
gave.
yeah. Yes, good. Thank you. And one more thing, what happened, na, Adi? Usually these live classes student now, they will not touch IGC material. They just focus on classes, lectures, and then class notes. But apart from those, is a teacher's class notes. Now we have structured material, thorough. So that can be also used by many students if they miss more classes or if they joined late.
Yes, sir.
One more question for you.
Yeah, Devshri, I would recommend studying all subjects simultaneously. Like, if you do one subject
At
first
least,
and then another later, so what will happen is after some time, you would forget whatever you learned in the previous subject. So then you have to revise it and again. So instead, you can divide topic by topic. Say choose one topic from one subject, another topic from another. So then on a daily basis, give equal amount of time to each subject. That's uh, how I did.
Okay, I think we can wind up now. We have spent good amount of time, and so wish you all happy Janmashtami today, and Adi you too. Uh,
Yeah,
I
thanks.
think yeah, so they
Uh,
can today. Today actually no class, usually Monday, so they can spend some time in spirituality or with friends. So thank you all for joining this session, and thank you Adi, you too very much for
yeah, sure.
coming and
Uh,
sharing your thought and
Angel, you
be
can
in touch.
share my contact with your IDC students. They
Yeah,
can get
yeah, yeah,
connected
yeah.
as
Of
well.
course. And I think your juniors also there, Adi, this year from IST, and I think maybe
Oh,
your classmate also, a few of them. So if anybody asks, for sure, I'll share. You can get them.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you everyone for joining.